Hey, Big Brother fans, we've got an update on what happened in the house since the veto comp, who is the latest favorite to be the Renom on Monday, and how Keanu betrayed Rachel yet again. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to dive into all of it. But first, please click that subscribe. Just a quick note, the POV was a stacking comp, but not the tiny veto stacking comp. Just as an FYI, I hustle these videos out as fast as I can after a comp result comes in, and based on the house guest chatter at the time, I thought it was tiny veto. And then hours later, more details come out, info comes out continually from the feed. So at the point where I hustle out a video, it's locked with the info I had at the time. You guys know there's just constant info from the feeds. That's why I do daily updates, to update things. So it was the comp where they have to stack odd shaped things to see who can get the highest stack. And they were in the shape of wine glasses and food. And it sounds like items on a charcuterie board, which makes sense with Angela there tormenting the competitors and everybody being in French outfits, because I think charcuterie means we don't have plates. I don't know. So Morgan is going to be using that POV on herself, although Keanu was talking about trying to trick her into doing something else. We're going to dive into that, plus the latest betrayal that Rachel is yet to discover. So she needs to flush Keanu down the toilet, I think, because he's acting like the biggest piece of poop, but then again, he just clogged the drain. Rachel and Keanu's frenemy alliance may be dead when she finds out what he did, because I'm confident she is going to find out, because he can't not run his mouth. Let's get into the insanity on the feed. So Saturday was some bro bonding up in the HOH room with Keanu drunk on power and Vince mustering what little bit of testosterone he has to act like a manly man for these talks. So here's a snapshot of their ridiculousness. First, the brain trust that is Vince and Keanu said that Will is bonding with Morgan because her dad is black and her mom is white. And they said that the bonding is because Will's wife is white. Yes, okay. Both Vince and Keanu think Will's wife is white. The wife that Will calls his chocolate drop all day long. Those two are sharing a seat on the short bus. Will doesn't call his wife a white chocolate drop or a carob drop. I mean, she's his chocolate drop. So, duh. Anyway, speaking of Vince and Keanu's creepy HOH talk, this was just a cringe ick moment for me. So they're up there, just the two of them. They're watching, the screen you can see in the HOH room. Ava walks into the kitchen. And Keanu tells Vince how different Ava looks with her hair up, and said she looks good like that. And then Keanu said, if Ava didn't have body hair, I think I'd, And he kind of laughed in this very pervy way, and Vince was tittering like a tiny anime girl. Ava is going to hate hearing that later, I think. In case you didn't know, she is all natural, leg and pit hair. Like the hippie vibes she's got, her body, her choice, And despite Vince hoping like heck that Morgan would use her veto on him, now that it's around her neck, she's not going to do it. She's telling Vince, go campaign, told him to pull a Rachel, save himself. And Keanu is trying to control things to keep Vince in the house after Keanu put Vince on the block. If you want to keep an ally, don't nominate them, genius. Now, if Keanu really wants to keep Vince safe, he could renom Kelly and hope she doesn't win Blockbuster again, because I think she might go out on a unanimous or nearly unanimous vote because nobody wants her in jury. Also, Keanu and Vince talked about Angela giving Vince such a long hug at the veto comp. You know why? Angela found another member of the biggest crier club from Big Baby. I think right now they're neck and neck for most tears shed in a season. So Keanu's got it in his head, Ashley should go up. Then Rachel proposed an idea to save both Ashley and Vince. And Rachel told Keanu if he renoms Ashley, then Vince probably won't have the votes to stay against her. But Rachel said if Lauren's the renom, Vince is likely safe. Rachel also told Keanu that Lauren's indecisive and she may turn around and target Keanu and her. And Rachel also warned him Lauren is good in comps. But Rachel heard from Keanu that he doesn't want to lose trust with Lauren. And that surprised Rachel because she didn't know Keanu was even tied to Lauren. And then Keanu also worried to Rachel that if Ashley stays in the house, Rachel will choose Ashley over him. But Rachel told Keanu, no, I will pick you all the way. Rachel even pulled out some tears for Keanu, trying to get him to not renom Ashley. So Keanu takes the idea to Vince to renom Lauren, and Vince likes that because he knows it would keep him safer than an Ashley renom. But Keanu suggested doing a twist. He said, let's convince Morgan to play the veto on you, Vince, by telling her that Lauren would go up instead of Ashley, and then Keanu would still go ahead and renom Ashley anyway. It's craziness. But Keanu also told Vince that he doesn't think that the other side of the house is trying to save Vince. He said they're just trying to keep Lauren out of the jury house. But Keanu, of course, doesn't know about Vince and the judges. So then Keanu ran and blabbed to Lauren that Rachel brought her name up as renom. And Lauren's mad because Keanu also told her what Rachel said about her being indecisive, and now she wants to win HOH and put Rachel on the block, which is what Rachel told Keanu that Lauren would do. Also, Vince went from laughing and giggling with Keanu in the HOH room when it was just the two of them to going and playing Oliver Twist whiny crybaby to Morgan in the have-not room. There's just a whole second face to Vince under that beanie. And I don't know, he's like a plumber because he can turn the waterworks on and off at will. Speaking of Will, the guy, not the verb, Ava told Will that she's going to vote Mickey out if it's her next to Vince because Ava does not want to wind up in jury with Mickey. And it definitely seems like Ashley is going to be the renom, by the way. That is despite Keanu being told by a few people that the best way to guarantee Vince staying is that he is either sitting next to Kelly or Lauren. But Keanu's not going to renom either of them. And Ashley made clear to Keanu pretty firmly that if he renoms her and she stays, Ashley is coming for Keanu. He is unconcerned. Ashley later told Rachel she might have gone a little hard talking to him, a little more enthusiastic than maybe she should have been about the threat. Kelly talked to Keanu last night and gave him some good reads that he couldn't hear, because a woman's talking. Kelly basically clocked the judges to him. Keanu doesn't see it. She said Vince has it tied to that side of the house. Keanu's like, nah. Kelly told Keanu that renoming Ashley will upset Rachel, and he's like, nah. Kelly told him Rachel told Vince that exact thing, that a shot at Ashley is a shot at Rachel. And he's just like, nah. Keanu thinks Will controls Ava's vote. Misogyny much? And Kelly said, that's not true. She had these good reads that Keanu's ears and brain just couldn't grasp. Rachel already said that if Keanu renoms Ashley, it is war, and she and her allies are coming for Keanu. She said that behind his back, but she said it, and Kelly understands it. She can feel the vibe. So other fun feed stuff, Ava's gotten a taste for the latest slop recipes and said she ate 5 bowls in a day, but it's making her both gassy and constipated. So tonight on Big Brother, you'll see the HOH comp and Keanu winning it and his nominations of Vince, Mickey, and Morgan. And then I'll be back tomorrow to confirm whether or not Keanu really does renom Ashley, because there's little doubt Morgan's going to use that veto on herself. No Jedi mind tricks and no amount of Vince's salty tears are going to change Morgan's mind. Hopefully. I can't say. Vince has got some kind of twisted, I don't know, power, but hopefully Morgan's going to stay set on taking herself off the block. That's where it stands now, with Ashley as the probable renom.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.